Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan.
Here we go.
And so off the tip, it's Brooklyn. Barnes outside. Here he goes. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Oh, my goodness. The tools are there for Harrison Barnes. That's a big-time athletic drive and a strong finish. Beautiful.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
And here's Montreal. 4-point game. Nowitzki right side. Montreal needs to get off a shot. 2 on the clock. A putback. It's good on the putback.
Oh, big-time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Now here's Johnson. Off target with his three.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
They get it again. Nowitzki. On deep. Marley. Kicks it out to Nowitzki. Lets it go with a three. Iguodala grabs the rebound. Over in the corner, Barnes. A three-pointer is right on target. Barnes has got 5 now.
Yeah, spot-up shooting, one of Barnes' really strong suits offensively.
Nowitzki, good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
To the inside. Hachimura takes it off the glass.
Well, this is the area that he's most comfortable. Rui Hachimura, such a solid performer in the painted area.
Iguodala, no good. Montreal trails by 4. Here's Davis. Robinson for 3. Brooklyn with the rebound. Here's Christie. Robinson with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Robinson.
Checking in for Montreal. Decision. Marcus Smart.
1:14 left in the first half of the game. From beyond the arc and then some. He's got 5.
You know, a lot of coaches might let you hear it for taking a three-pointer on the break, but I like the decision there. The D had already collapsed inside.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Now here's Smart. Fires the 3. And Barnes sends it back. And taken away by Johnson. Lets it go from the wing. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Boom, he jams it straight down.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Johnson surveying the floor. Barnes outside. No good from outside. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Brooklyn ahead. They lead by 5. And we'll be back with you right after this. And so it's Montreal now, trailing by 5. Nowitzki a screen. Oh, the lob to Nowitzki. And stolen by Whitmore. Pass to Daniels. And he dunks it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
And so it's Montreal now. After the basket by Brooklyn. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Troy Daniels. That is his first foul of the game. And so it's Montreal now. 7-point differential. And it's Robinson with the jam.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Ellis wide open. No good on the three. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
Their fast break plays have seemed unstoppable. They just keep finding ways to overrun the defense here in transition.
Another thing I thought they did well was pressure. They forced a ton of turnovers, turned those opportunities into points.
Oh, Kevin, not a Petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, bounce to the ounce, Greg. Yeah, showing off the bunny.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Brooklyn with the ball. After Montreal picked up 3 with their last shot. Here's Toppin. Yep, it counts.
Listen, the painted area is where Obi Toppin can be so dangerous. The athleticism and the tools he has. Look out.
Now here's Smart. And another 3 for Montreal.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time. Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Here's Smart. Shoots it. That shot is off.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
And there it is for him.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. Montreal trails by 8. And the foul on Obi Toppin. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Gobert, the screen. Nowitzki, that's for 2. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
I tell you, don't sleep on Dirk's handle. If necessary, he can navigate and open up shots for himself.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Jackson misses. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for Montreal. They trail by 6. And it's Davis missing. Jackson looking it over. Pass to Daniels. Shot clock at 6. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. And here's Montreal. Nowitzki for 3. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's speed.
And the defense has to be up on Nowitzki more than that because he's too good a shooter from outside.
Here's Toppin. Rejected by Nowitzki. Rebound, Brooklyn. Right side, Jackson. And it comes off the front of the rim.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Nowitzki outside. And another 3 for Montreal.
And really, after trailing the entire game, they've got to be feeling good about evening things up.
Oh, it got ugly there for a stretch. Nothing was working, but they've come back and have a chance to seal the deal.
Brooklyn on defense. Dirk Nowitzki getting his 3 to go. Back to Davis. To the paint. And Nowitzki slams it in.
Well, you really love how Nowitzki rolls to the cup. Defender's no answer for his length once he gets the ball after the screen.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's Johnson. Stolen by Reed.
Brooklyn foul. A.J. Johnson. First personal foul. Third team foul.
Smart wide open. He fired. And another three for Montreal. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Montreal.
All game long. And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Team foul.
Nowitzki looking it over. Offline with his three.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Pass to Christie. No good with the triple. Montreal leading by three.
Brooklyn foul. Harrison Barnes. Second personal foul. Fifth team foul.
First free throw is good.
The line for Montreal. Kissinger. Two shots.
He's perfect from the line this time. Brooklyn trails by 5. Here's Iguodala. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Pass to Nowitzki. Back to Marley. And he says, right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Boy, how about the passing of Dirk Nowitzki? 7 feet, sees the whole floor pretty.
Buries the long-range jumper.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Five to shoot. Back to Johnson. Knocked loose. Now Montreal moving it up. Now Marley. Back to Smart. Pass to Nowitzki. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Now it appears an injury out on the floor, and that does not look like any foul.
And boy, this really doesn't look good. Just the way it happened.
Boy, it's got to be so frustrating for him as hard.
The NBA on 2K Sports welcomes you to Wednesday afternoon basketball. Good evening, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony.
Here we go.
And so off the tip, it's Brooklyn. Takes a three. Christie can't make it. On the wing, Markkanen. Outside, White. And White slams it in.
Explosive move by White. Going right up to the rim.
Hey, Greg, Kobe White has proven he can run the show.
Well, he's more than just a scorer. He's become a quality playmaker with better decision-making. But his biggest improvement has been his efficiency.
Christie drills it from outside.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's White. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And there's the whistle. That goes on Kobe White. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Christie. His three-pointers off the mark. Here's White. Lets it go from deep. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Brooklyn foul. A.J. Johnson. First personal foul. First team foul.
Markkanen looking it over. And it's off from three-point range. Fires the three. They get it back. Kicks it out to Johnson. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
14 seconds on the shot clock. 14.
Chicago on defense. It's a three-point game. The three, and the three ball is good. Johnson's got 5. And so White will bring it up for Chicago. Here's Lucas. Lays it up off the glass. And here is Johnson. He has 5. To the wing on the left. Barnes outside. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Down low. Outside, White. Chandler is screen. White, good. 5 points in the game.
A smooth three-point shot from White, who just had to hit them right back.
Kicks it out to Johnson. Here's Iguodala.
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. White inside. Pass to Lucas. Kuszewski grabs the miss. Brooklyn leading by 6. Here's Iguodala. Here's Christie. Five to shoot. Inside.
Chicago foul. Jerry Lucas. First personal foul. Second team foul.
27 seconds left to play in the first half. Shot clock at 6. Barnes outside. Markkanen pulls it in.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
Ball goes to Brooklyn.
And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
The defense will take that miscommunication. Not even close.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Brooklyn ahead.
9.
They lead by 4.
Brooklyn.
And we'll be back right after this. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. Chicago trails by 4. Wade outside. Here's Shaq. Rebound, Brooklyn. To the inside. In the corner, it's Whitmore. Sinks the three-pointer. Whitmore's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And this is crucial to Whitmore's development, wanting to continue to improve as a scorer.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Troy Daniels.
Personal foul.
That's his first foul. On defense, Brooklyn. Wade outside. Terrific swat.
And there's Whitmore, that 7-foot wingspan coming in handy.
2 on the clock. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Ball goes to Brooklyn.
Brooklyn leading by 7.
I see him.
Now Daniels. Pass to Bitadze. Poked away. And stolen by Aldridge. Johnson right side. To the middle. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
A favorite spot of Aldridge's. He likes to operate as close to the rim as possible.
Here's Whitmore. No good on the triple. Here's Chicago. And again, Chicago turns it over.
Ball goes to Brooklyn.
Not a fan of those kinds of passes.
Daniels with it. Pass to Whitmore. The 3. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Chicago trails by 5. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Troy Daniels. That'll be his second foul of the game.
3rd team foul.
Here's Johnson. No good from Shaq. Jackson has the open look. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Pass to Shaq. Count it. Good.
It's a tall challenge trying to contain Shaq, especially when he's operating close to the basket.
Now here's Jackson. There's a screen by Toppin. And the basket by Jackson.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Well, it's always a big plus when you have a point guard that can attack the rim like that, put so much pressure on the defense.
And it's Wade in the corner. Four on the shot clock. Chicago needs to get off a shot here to tie it up. The rebound by Bitadze. Brooklyn leading by 3. And G.G. Jackson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Well, that one stings. In a game where every possession counts, he just gave one away.
Here's Johnson. Got a hand on it. Jackson from long range. Hits it from three-point range. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Brooklyn.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up blocked shots.
And another place they're finding success is in transition. They've been working hard to get ahead of the defense and find those easy ones.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, you'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Here's Wade. It's blocked. To the paint. And then Toppin with the jam.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Here's Bitadze. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels.
And what started it all, terrific anticipation on the defensive end.
Well, as a coach, you're always telling your guys to play hard. That's what we need.
Pass to Aldridge, and it's blocked. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And such great feel for the game. Whitmore knowing where his teammates are at all times.
Chicago calls timeout. So it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Chicago. Down by 12. Jordan with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Back to Johnson. Pass to Tatum. And that time, also a missed shot. Brooklyn leading by 12. And the layup is good. Pokusevski's got his first points in this one.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Now, Pokusevski. After Magic Johnson's three-pointer that didn't go. Johnson, good.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
He gets it in there.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for... Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin. Harlan. Tip-off goes to Minneapolis. Three-pointer. Pokusevski grabs the miss.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Right wing. The kick out to Barnes. Shot clock at 5. Over onto Tacumbo. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. And here is Johnson. Pass to Pakusevsky. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Johnson can't hit. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Banton's shot is off. Johnson outside. Poked away. Pass to Howans. Back to Antetokounmpo. And another miss by Minneapolis. Here's Pakusevsky. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
There is something so captivating about Alexei Pokusevsky. Here's a 7-footer who believes he can be a great shooter. He's put work in to develop his handle. And folks, I just think the upside of this young man is tremendous. This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Johnson, that's for 2. It's hauled in by Minneapolis. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Pass to Salon. Outside, George. Minneapolis needs to get off a shot. And it's denied. Here's Iguodaro. Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Here's Benton. A timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
At the line for your home team, Darrington, 21.
Here's Johnson. The kick out to Barnes. And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Now Johnson. Stolen by Anderson.
You could tell it was almost tunnel vision on that pass. Had no idea where the defender was.
Here's Barnes. And the dunk by Barnes.
Yeah, what you like about Barnes in transition, he's equally proficient getting to the rack or setting up for the jump shot.
Pass to Benton. Here's Vitadze. From the arc. Shot clock at 6. With the fadeaway. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. For Brooklyn, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. Brooklyn leading by 4. Here's Johnson. And good that time. They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
On the wing, Heel. Banked in off the glass.
Boy, Heel usually does his work on the perimeter. How about that finish inside?
Here's Christie. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Christie's got the lead up to 6 now for Brooklyn. Outside Williams. The layup off target. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Brooklyn leads by 6. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. So it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Brooklyn. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Here's Iguodala.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And George, here we go. Here's Hollins. Right through the cylinder that time, all net. Hollins has got his first bucket in this one.
Well, coaches might discourage that kind of look, but he'll take it anyway.
Back to Pokusevski. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Christie. Rejected by Hollins. Here's Banton. Pass to Salon. And the layup falls.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
And this is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. So it's Brooklyn now. They lead by 4. Taken away by Williams. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. Pass to Bitadze. Outside Williams. Down low. Second chance shot. Out to the wing. Healed outside. Got a piece of it. 6 to shoot. Takes a 3. Brooklyn with the rebound. Right side Jackson. Here's Bitadze. Here's Daniels. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Minneapolis trails by 4. Pass to Burke. And the shot goes in.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Whitmore. Burke grabs the miss.
If you try something like that, you better be sure to complete it.
Healed outside to take the lead. Rebounded by Jackson. And so it's Brooklyn with it. A 2-point game. Out of bounds. Minneapolis takes possession. And here's Minneapolis now. Pass to Heel. Beyond the arc. Got a hand on it.
And there's Whitmore, that 7-foot wingspan coming in handy.
Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. And Heel slams it home.
Well, Mr. Heel deciding to show you he's got a little athletic ability. How about that finish?
Here's Daniels. Can't connect from short range. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Troy Daniels. That's his first foul for Minneapolis. Here's Banton. Pass to Hollins. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
To the paint. Back to Jackson. Daniels with it. Antetokounmpo defending. And that one's good. Daniels. Minneapolis trails by 4. Here's Banton. Left side, Antetokounmpo. And the rejection by Jackson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. George looking over the floor. 4 on the shot clock. Brooklyn with the rebound. And here's Jackson. On the wing, Daniels. Pass to Bitadze. And it's blocked by Hollins. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Five to shoot. Now Toppin buries the long-range jumper. Toppin's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here he goes. Here's Banton. A well-timed shot fake got the defender off the ground right there.
Vital basket there. This is just the time and really just the situation when he looks to take over.
Bitadze uses both hands to slam it down.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Taken away. Here's Toppin. Got a piece of it. They get it back. Outside Jackson. Puts up a 3. And Hollins pulls it down. Minneapolis trails by 7. From deep, Antetokounmpo. That one, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Jackson. And Hollins pulls it down.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
And stolen by Whitmore. Here's Jackson, and it's blocked by Hollins. Here's Salon, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Toppin. Healed outside. Anderson outside. That one drops for him.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. Brooklyn leading by 5. Here's Iguodala. Oh, and he misses the dunk. Here's Banton. Outside, George. And George with the stuff.
Oh, I dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. And that one is stuffed right through.
At 7 foot, you do not have to go far to reach the rim. Pokusevski, easy money.
And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And Minneapolis making a change here. Here's Hield. Minneapolis moving it around. Williams inside. Johnson with the block. Here's the three. Hands it from downtown. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
And another theme to this game, to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
Just 4 to shoot. Here's Burke. Brooklyn with the rebound.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. Inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Brooklyn leading by 10. Pass to Pokusevski. Burke grabs the miss. Anderson right side. Shot to stop the run. And the layup is good.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Here's Iguodaro. Johnson surveying the floor. Pass to Christie. All alone. It's good.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Three-pointer Hield. Unable to get that one. Here's Christie. Covered by Hield. Here's Christie. The rebound by Batadze. Anderson right side. Inside. Batadze can't hit. Brooklyn leading by 10. Johnson down low. Off on the layup. And Minneapolis has possession. Outside Williams. And there's the drive. Nice move. And it's good on the layup. Williams has got his first basket.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Pass to Iguodaro. And then jammed down as he goes right over Kyle Anderson.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.